guys, we are on our way to a rotation this morning. I believe it's going to be right up here. It's supposed to be picking up a black Jeep SUV. They didn't really specify what kind or what. They just said it was an accident involving one, and we are headed over that way. We'll be there in the next couple of minutes. Yeah, right here at this intersection. Temperature change real quick. Defrosted on. Something on its side there. They didn't specify. Yeah, sure, it's a Jeep on its side. They did not say anything about a rollover. It is blocking the road. Come on. I'm probably gonna have to get on the other side of it and spin it around. So that I don't have to, there's really no way to get to it otherwise. Do it like that. I'll just drag the edge of it around. Come on. What's up, guys? You had us for the Jeep, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's her right here.
Cheers? Okay. Alright.
You filming right now?
Yeah.
Nice.
Always.
I saw your channel the other day.
Did you?
Yeah.
And when y'all's dispatch called this morning, they didn't say nothing about it being on its side.
Yeah.
They just said, hey, there's a black Jeep, we need you to pick it up.
Well, all the tires were good. I was going to tell him, and I was like, nah, he's probably got a win, so I'll just pull it back over. So
Yeah.
it'll be all right.
Yeah, no big deal. Rig that up a little. Different, these have frame slots on them, so. A good way to get in front of it on this one. Grab my snatch block so I can redirect down low. And then I can grab the control arms. As long as I have enough reach. Barely. It's slick this morning. That'll stay. in park. I'm going to chalk the wheels just in case. Over there. That.
What's up, man?
What's up? How you doing?
Good. Better than these people.
Yeah, no joke. Wheel probably. Do their inventory. Ooh, still in here. It's been steady. Haven't been too crazy, but what about y'all? Y'all been busy? No? It's been pretty slow. What's that? Yeah, maybe. I don't know, there's transmission fluid coming out of it. Last Jeep I rolled over, a buddy of mine flipped his Jeep in a pasture doing four-wheel drive donuts. It would start, but it ain't got no transmission.
That bad ain't mine.
Yeah. That one looks looks like yours. Help them clean up while they're doing their investigation, all their inventory and stuff. Plastic bag. What?
Look at that monster right there.
Good God. That probably got disturbed somewhere deep down in the Jeep. You ready for me to slide her over?
You're good. Do whatever you want. Whenever
She's got it. All right. Okay. Got a big old spider hiding in her door there. Let's slide this thing around real quick. I'll grab the next frame slot over. What's that?
Yeah, you don't want a Jeep now. Them things got high gravity.
Oh, they do. Okay. That frame slots on the control arms. It's not in this one. Hey, you get the key for it? Thank you. Oh. Yeah, you can grab it. Didn't see nothing important? Yeah, well, they release property out of them Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. So if there's something that you decide you need later, you can always just call our office and they can meet you up there and get you your stuff out of it. Yeah. Huh. I actually don't want to roll. Just put it back in neutral and see the parking brake set. So. Something in the drive line's messed up. Parking brake's off. It's not. It's in you. This is that auto park crap. I can shift lock it to get it off.
Since they're here.
Okay. Sweet. Appreciate it. There's that. Put a couple straps on it real quick. Appreciate it. Straps on her. It'll help Groucho with the cleanup. One more strap real quick. Got our 4 points on it. That'll help Groucho with the cleanup. We're in a safe spot right now. Not really blocking too much. Put our 4 points on it, rather than get it down the road somewhere and stopping again. That's pretty much all of it, huh?
good.
Yeah, it's be good. That's a big stuff.
Good.
Yeah. See you, bud. I'm just gonna launch this up here for now. Double back in the box here. Broom back in its hiding hole, and we are gone. We got traffic coming through. That's probably her ride. Here, so we got plenty of room. Well, that was a little bit more exciting than I was thinking it was going to be. They didn't say anything this morning about it being a rollover. Are headed back to the yard. Appreciate you guys for watching. If y'all would, please subscribe, like, and share. Alright, we are back at our Angleton yard. And I'm gonna drop this thing off in that open spot right there. Show y'all, for those of you that may not be familiar, most modern vehicles, you've probably seen me do it in some of my videos, most modern vehicles have a shift lock release. These newer Jeeps and Rams, and mostly like the Chrysler Mopar vehicles, have a feature called auto park, whereas if you put it in drive and like open the door or something like that, they automatically shifted them back into park to avoid the vehicle from rolling away. And there's no little thing in the menu to stop that from happening. So what you have to do is there's a little tab on the back side of the shifter, and you can pull the little tab up, and there's a little lever back there with an orange string on it, and you can use that to get it into neutral and let it stay in neutral, to avoid it from going into auto park. Obviously doing all that takes a little bit of extra time, so I ended up just dragging this thing up out there on the accident scene. But I'm going to show y'all how to shift lock it now that we're here back in the yard, just for those of you that may not be totally familiar with the location and stuff. Overall, the Jeep came out pretty good. Some scratches and stuff on the low side here. I don't know if y'all saw the, I think it was a Nissan Altima or something, that with the vehicle that hit this vehicle, but it took the whole front end off of that little car. And know if you can see, but the rock slider here, looks like that was the red paint from the car. And that's the only real damage that it seemed to have withstood, but it was just enough to make it go over. So overall, the Jeep took it pretty well. It said that little Nissan took the whole front end off the little Nissan. I think it was the other little car. Let's see. Chains put up here. Okay. Step back over on this side. Just gonna have to get in the driver's door. Probably gonna have to go grab my little screwdriver. The cover for the shift lock release on these is kind of like on the back side of the shifter back there. So it's kind of a pain to reach to. And you wouldn't really see it unless you know what you're looking for. It takes like a small little screwdriver. You could probably use the tip of the key. I keep my little pocket screwdrivers right there in the door just for instances like this. Stuff here. So, see this little cover right here? Have to press down the little locking tab. Gently pry back on it, and it's on a tether, so you can just kind of slide it off to the side there. And right down in here, I don't know if you can see this. See this little orange string? So you keep your foot on the brake. This one, you just pull back on the tab, you can hear it pop there. And it locks into place up like that, and it is in neutral now. You'll see how it's still in neutral here, but earlier that was flashing. And that's because it was telling me that it was back in, it put it back into park, but it's no longer in neutral. Then it rolls right off. I could have done that out there and helped steer it up on the bed, but as you see, it came up pretty centered as it was. So, but that is a useful little trick. So that's on all of the 18 and up Wranglers, the JL and JLU Wranglers. Most of the newer Ram trucks with the dial shifter. That's also on like the Grand Cherokees, the Journey minivans, basically any of the new Chrysler vehicles has this orange string somewheres. You just pull it again and it pops down into place. And that is, and it's back in park there. We'll go ahead and put it back. See how the neutral indicator is now flashing? See, auto park engaged. I don't know if you saw that there, letting us know that it was still in, that it put it back into park automatically. Get my chains off, get my bed rolled up. I've got to get all my paperwork done. That way we can be ready for whatever comes next. Alright. Get that stuff put up in just a second. Alright guys, I appreciate you guys for watching. If y'all would, please subscribe, like, and share.